All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Atlanta Falcons. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked out right there at the 20-yard line.
Set, 250.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here, game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. He completes it to Julio Jones. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Here we go with Johnson. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. It's first and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky fourth down call.
Check, 280.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Check.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. This time Ryan will throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 15 yards on the play. First down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Ready, blue 80, 25, 20.
Now a handoff looking right. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Gun.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Ready, blue 80. Let's go one more. Tie that left. Hey, 4 down. Hey, express.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He was brought down by Devon Kennard.
Your trip is here.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Quickly here, and that's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Hey, Don, ready. Right 25. You ain't doing nothing today.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Set a tone. 21. Wait.
Now they try the right side here. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. This one caught by Ridley. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
The Lions take over first. Let's go, boys. Bring it up. At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
At the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down and more. And finally taken down at the 15. A big run there by Johnson. 48 yards on the ground. Well, they know they've got a good starter. Now the guy coming in to spell him shows he can run it pretty good as well.
And I think he appreciates the starter, wearing people down, tiring them out a little bit. He took full advantage, didn't he? Came in with fresh legs and carried the ball.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Stafford. This complete to Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. To throw is Stafford. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run it with Johnson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So it's challenge time. The referee's tablet coming out, and the big question, Charles, did that football break the plane to the goal line?
They just need any part of the ball to cross the goal line in order for it to count. Remember, it's got to be indisputable, though. Sometimes we think it's going to be there. We can't really find it on the tablet. So we'll see what the final call is going to be.
To Johnson again. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
29.
From the shotgun, Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
11.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Well, going deep here for Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Check, go!
Third and long, it's Ryan. And he's got Sanu. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw again is Ryan. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards.
280. Watch the run. Hey, 59, ready.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. On 2nd down now, it's Freeman, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, as the first half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand new ball game. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking sideline, incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It got his man complete. That's a first down and then some. A 32-yard pickup. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack. On 2nd down, Freeman. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing on 3rd and long. Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again, Stafford. And he slides to avoid the hit. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the mass of bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Ready. 280.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long? Out of the gun, Stafford. It's caught, Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Set. Get a 20.
Stafford. Complete to Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
First down, Detroit.
Mike's from set. 280. Stop your run.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
At the 19-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go to Johnson again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 14.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and inches.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it with Johnson. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They run. It's Johnson. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 15-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to regain the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Romeo Okwara able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Here's Ryan. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Stafford now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On first down, it's Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Kerryon Johnson taking it in. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Double time.
Quick throw here, that's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. 7 yards there and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Check three. Joker. Hey, white. Let him go.
Ryan. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just dropped to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Ryan. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with deep.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off near the 32. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Another costly turnover, their second of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
But the football.
Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
Johnson. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Ty Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Strong left. Watch the pass. Here we go.
Throwing again. Ryan. Pass incomplete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, South. Get up.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That's now 3 turnovers in this second half. Very costly. And earlier in the half, Charles, when I asked you for your keys to the second half, you said, hey, maybe trite, but it's going to be turnovers. That's been the story.
It certainly has, but I didn't expect it to be this much of the story. I mean, when you're getting up to 3, you're really putting your team in jeopardy.
Stafford gives to Johnson on the draw. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Prater for the extra point. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Lions 49, Falcons 14.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5.
Gun. Space. Mike 29. I got it.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Takk McKinley make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The busy night continues for Johnson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Set, 280. 59. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that 49.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Martin now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Check. 51's a mark. 51. Ready to go.
Here's Ryan to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down.
It's now third down and 14.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Got it. Mike 51. Mike 50. Hey, Alpha. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that. Hey, South.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Detroit, it's a nice win to finish off what's been an ugly first half as they move to 2-6. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the difficult season continues as they drop